First question I asked myself, how did this happen? Second question, why me? The third question, am I gonna die?
We didn't set it up so her name would carry on. We set it up as something positive because it's so dreadful to lose a child. And we wanted to make a difference to all the other people that were battling on with a child with cancer. And so naturally, if you're going to start a charity, it's natural that most people use their children's name, really. And now, to bring it back now and do this year called Emily's Gift, I suppose it is to ensure that her name is still out there, but it's really just a continuation of trying to help those families, because I know exactly what they're going through.
It was at the back end of the autumn term. He just started to feel a little bit flat. You could see his energy levels going down. And then he banged his head, as all kids do, and got a lump on the back of his head. So we thought nothing of it, it will go away. Several weeks later, we're like, actually this lump's now starting to go further down his head, it's swelling up more. And he went into school and the school was just like, he's not right, and sent him straight, just said, just go to Gloucester A&E. And then when they saw his blood results and saw that he only had half the amount of red bloods that he should have, and his white bloods were massive for what a normal person should have had, that was obviously when the shock news came of him having leukemia.
We would have this great big, amazing picture of her on holiday with her sunglasses on a sun lounger, and I felt that it was difficult to move on, really, because it was just up there all the time so that people would give money. And we had, by then, 6 years in, we'd donated to the Pied Piper Appeal in Gloucester as they were building the new children's centre. And so the children's cancer unit was called the Emily Kent unit. And in Bristol, they were building the new Bristol Children's Hospital, and we gave them 50,000 as well in the 90s, this was. And the day, it was called the Emily Kent and BMT unit or something.
You're on your own, you're sort of fighting this sort of single-handedly, as much as you've got, a wonderful team of doctors and nurses providing the incredible care that they do. They're obviously at the medical, physical side of things treating the cancer, but they're not the ones treating all of the side effects, all the psychological, the mental, effects that the treatment has on him, on us as a family, on his little sister who doesn't understand. She's only 6 years old. For her to know what's going on, the uncertainty, the instability it causes family. And you're dealing with, all things as an adult, it's quite scary. And you think your child's going through that. So it sort of makes it, 10 times worse. Yeah, and you're trying to be positive for them. So you've also got to manage all of your emotions. And as any parent, what happens to your child has massive ramifications on you. So it's also, you've got to look after yourself. And because if you're not well in yourself, you can't be the best parent for them. So you're having a lot of challenges to deal with. Yeah, he's the one going through it, but it does affect everybody else.
I struggled to go on there, just to see, little children without any hair. And then about 8 years ago, I was asked to become a trustee of the Pied Piper Appeal. And visiting the children's centre and seeing the Emily Kent unit there, I started to go on the unit a bit more. And I always thought really parents didn't want to meet me because I'm not a good advert. My child died and they're on there and they're battling every day. And so they don't want to meet someone whose daughter died. But actually the parents are not like that at all. They're very, oh my word, this unit, we're so thankful for this unit, and it's amazing, it's our safe place. And so the opposite of what I thought, really. And even now, with the appeal of Emily's Gift, they are just very thankful for everything I'm doing. And it actually came from the parents. When I said, she was going to be 30, I want to do one last thing, they were the ones, and the consultant and all the staff, that said, we need psychological support. That is something, that is desperate for the siblings, for our other children, not just our child that's with cancer. So, you know, I've talked to quite a few of the parents, and they are absolutely behind this because they know it's going to benefit them, you know, and when they're in remission, then that person will be there for them as well. So it's just going to be fantastic. So they certainly like to see me around now because they probably think, well, she's doing something, so that's really good.
Gloucester is the only shared care facility in the whole of the southwest that doesn't have a psychologist. So we know no better. We've never had that. But speaking to others and knowing full well just how much support you need, it is quite upsetting to know that that sort of provision has been provided to adults who have a lot more ability to potentially manage it themselves. You're dealing with children here who, you know, they're in their early years of development. We as parents are trying to help them with their development and growing up. So actually the psychological support is more vital, in my opinion, to a child and to us as parents to helping them, because the impact of this will determine the rest of their life.
We nursed her all day long, and then we left with a box or a bag with her belongings in. I don't remember a leaflet. You know, if you're burgled, you get a victim support leaflet or something. I don't remember anything except because we were in Bristol, my husband had to register the death in Bristol and then register it in Gloucester because we were across boundaries or something. That didn't even end, I didn't really get involved in that. I know we had 2 cars in Bristol, so we drove home and then a friend brought him back the following day, A, to get his car and B, to register the death. But I think there was no support at all.
Her name is Gray. She's a 5-year-old girl. She turns 6 this Friday, which we're going to Waterworld for her birthday. She loves Barbie. She loves doll houses. She basically loves anything dolls and doll houses. And sometimes me and her get along, sometimes we don't. We have our fights nearly all the time. And I think she's gone when we first went into hospital, I think she's going through her head gone, what's happening to my big brother right now? What's going on? First I think she said to herself, what's happening? And second, how has it happened? And third, how long is he going to be? How long are they going to be treated, or how long is he going to be in hospital for? That was a few questions I think she'd ask herself. She doesn't show it, but I think she feels deep down, she feels a little bit scared of what's going to happen.
We all dread the word cancer. As adults, we hate that word. We put off going to the doctor because we don't want to hear the cancer word. And it's an awful thing to be told you have cancer, especially as an adult. But if you're told your child has got cancer, it is completely indescribable. How can an innocent child have cancer? And so we need to make a difference, and we need you to donate anything from £10 to hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And businesses, I would just like you to give me £2,000, and you can give it to me 400 a year over 5 years, 200 a year over 10 years, but I just need to tick 250 boxes of £2,000, and just let me know if you can do that.
How it first started with me loving cars is I had my friend, her name was Evie. She came round to my house and she had brought me a wooden car, and that was my first ever car, and I loved it. So then I just grew, as I grew and grew, I loved cars so much. I love cars more and more and more. Yeah, really love cars. One of my favourite cars to watch on YouTube, it's basically Rev It Up, and it basically gets flamed. It basically on YouTube Short basically has a video of it revving up to its highest limit and flames coming out the back and it popping. And flames. And apparently it does really good burnouts and it's really fast. So just like not getting a Koenigsegg, no McLaren, Quad, Supra, definitely.
What do you want to do? What do you want to be? What do you want to do with it?
I'll be the new Ken Block.